set up in a stand, call it killing stand. Shot 2 nice bucks have been shot out of this stand last year, and it's tucked into a nice little travel corridor here, and we're gonna sit in here tight all day probably today. The weather's right, only supposed to get up in the mid-30s, and looks like clouds are gonna clear off and high pressure moving in, so could be a good day. Got CRP, a whole bunch of it over behind me, and pretty good timber and bedding area over that way, and then pretty good bedding over that way, and they cruise back and forth here. Got standing beams up here, and then another trail that I mowed this summer over to top plots. Got my blueprint blend in it, and then this trail over here goes to about a half-acre clover plot that I have down along the bottom. So they like to check those and jump on them trails and follow them right along and across. So we'll see how it goes here today. And camera's been showing a little uptick in activity, so we'll see if we can make something happen. The only downside to this spot for filming or attempting to self-film is that it's kind of close quarters, as in once the deer are where I can see them, it's time to be grabbing a bow and getting ready, because it's pretty close. So we'll see if we can make it happen. Well, it's it's about noon, and been kind of slow. No other movement since this morning, but as you can maybe see, the clouds are clearing out and the sun's coming out. So I'm hoping once this cloud cover clears out and the sun comes out this afternoon, we'll have good movement. Well, it's been kind of a fun sit here. So far, I had a little yearling doe that came right underneath the stand, basically, and got a forky buck and a few other does through. And then to my south here, about 150, 200 yards away, I had a nice big white 10-pointer. Looked like probably a shooter. But I think they're picking corn up to my west here. And he kept staring up that way. So the combine's making quite a bit of noise. I don't know if he didn't like that or what, but he kept staring up that way. And then eventually he just kind of moseyed off further to the south. So we got a little bit of light here left,